Okay, hello there. I'm Dennis. Welcome to the channel. And in today's journey, we are going to go through Nobara Linux. Nobara Linux is based on Fedora, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, as well as CentOS. So if you're familiar with any of those three, you'll be very comfortable in Nobara, I believe. So I've been in it about a week now, and let's get started. Let's look at it. Okay, so I'm on my desktop now. Let's bring up a terminal and let's run fast fetch. I do that every time. Make that bigger. All right, so this is Nobara Linux 37 workstation. It's on a HP ProDesk 400 G3 small form factor running the 6214 kernel. CPU is Intel Pentium, GPU is AMD Radeon. Let's cat the etc OS-release. Here we'll see ID like is RHEL, CentOS, and Fedora. And again, this is 37, the bar 37. Clear that. On my root partition, I've used 26% of it. Available is 69. So I give it about 100 gig hard drive, and it's used 25 gigs. That's not real bad, not the best. Bring up the system monitor and we'll look at that. See how that 2.8 gigabytes of RAM. We're hovering over 30% our CPU usage. And again, here we got 25.9 used, 25.9 right at 26 gigabytes used. So we got fast fetch and neo fetch. Let's see what HTOP is running right now. 2.2 gigabytes, pretty much what Free said. And I installed this on May the 2nd, and today is May the 9th, so exactly 7 days ago. So I've had 7 days running in Nobara Linux. Got my swappiness turned down. This is the 232 gig hard drive. All right. Now, Nobara uses systemd. Let's go systemctl status SSHD secure shell. Now I like this because it's installed. Open server, open SSH or open server is installed, but by default it is inactive. So in order to use it, you will have to activate it, start it, or enable it and reboot. I think that's pretty cool. It also comes with Firewall D. Let's check the status of that. Got to spell it right. Oh, let me do this again. Status. Firewall D. There we go. Okay, by default, it's installed and it is active and running. So right off the bat, you're protected somewhat by a firewall. That's pretty nice. Another thing that comes in by default is time shift. Backups with time shift, which I have not bothered to set one up. This is a temporary install. Okay, so I want to go over this welcome screen. It's phenomenal. First of all, you got your first steps. You can update your system, and all that works, by the way, just fine. I installed the patented media codecs. Did not install NVIDIA drivers, but it is available. I did install some software, install web apps. That's so you can, if you like using applications, web app to be more secure in logging into certain areas, certain sites. There you go. All you got to do is click it and you got it. Recommended additions now. I only installed Blender here. The rest of it I installed either through Flatpak, which OBS-Studio is a Flatpak. Optional steps, you can install proprietary AMD drivers, zone drivers for your Xbox, install Proton, change the look and feel here. Choose the login manager. By default, it's GDM, but if you want one of these others, all you have to do is enable it. Get new themes and icons. That's what I'm saying. This welcome screen is actually very nice. It's extensive. Troubleshoot issues, join the community, contribute, and here's the credits. Credit goes to Cosmo and Glorious Egg Roll. Somebody said it should be called Glorious OS. But anyway, so that's the welcome screen, and it will start up every time you do until you untick that right there. This is a great tool. Got my notes here. On one of the websites, let's look at those real quick. This is their homepage, Nobara project.Org. And through here, you'll be able to get your download. Click there, it'll bring you here. And the one that I'm looking at right now, one we're looking at right now, is the Nobara 37 official download and install. And then they do have a default GNOME download, and they have a KDE version. All right. Here's their documentation page. A lot of good reading here, a lot of good support. Here's where I found that one thing here. It says that Nobara issues offers a better gaming, streaming, and content creation experience out of the box. But more importantly, it says we want to be more point and click friendly and avoid the basic user from having to open up a terminal. Well, when you click on something in that welcome screen, update or what have you, it's going to open up a terminal. So you're going to see a terminal, but you may not have to do much in it. I was wondering about I installed OBS-Studio right away as a Flatpak, and it's working just fine. So I was wondering, there's no real detail about why it doesn't work for other people, but there is some issues here apparently where it doesn't open, it just crashes, or it doesn't follow the dark light theme. Those things seem to be working for me, so this must have got worked out, whatever it was. Most of the stuff that you're going to see in Fedora, if you're familiar with Fedora, you'll see that a lot of the stuff is going to be the same, but there will be some differences. See here, let me line this up a little better. All right, so what you're seeing on the left here is what comes by default on Fedora Linux, and if you'll see, everything is pretty much the same. Only in Nobara here they got this z chunk equals false, and in Fedora you have to add the fastest mirror equals true or maximum parallel downloads to 5. This was already set to 6. This is also where you'd go to turn that default no option to yes when you install something. So that's pretty neat that they've already got this parallel downloads there. Get out of that. Let's talk about package management now. Okay, so right on the desktop here, the taskbar, you got software. So this is GNOME software, I believe. The GNOME project software. And through here, you can, explore, download, install all kind of stuff. I've installed several. Easy to use. Just type on the magnifying glass there and search. Now, once you get Flatpaks working, it'll ask you on that multimedia codecs, do you want to start the Flatpaks? And when you say yes, it's going to install them. And it's already installed here. So that you would just say open it. It's not available as a Flatpak. This is only a binary package. A lot of times when you do a package, you can choose whether or not you want to do. Let's not a good choice there. I was gonna see if I could find Flatpak real fast. And as you would know, it's not. But it's easy to find out here. See, I got OBS-Studio, Handbrake, Audacity, KDE or Kdenlive, QBitTorrent as a Flatpak. Now they use the Arc menu here. I like this. I'm gonna go to and right click on the menu itself, and I'm gonna go to Arc menu settings, and you got all kinds. You can change where it's at. For a top panel, show activities button, which is probably more like the GNOME that I was expecting. The activities button, I believe it's called. If you go right here under menu and menu layout, right now this is the traditional Arc menu, and I did pin those in my favorites, so that would be the only difference. Traditional menu layouts. Let's click on this. So this is the one it is now, but if you look right here, it says Whisker. So I'm gonna highlight that, and now all of a sudden it looks like the Whisker menu. That's pretty nice. Won't let me adjust it though. Oh, I wonder if it'll let me adjust it if I close this out. Close that out. No, I didn't think so. So having that right there, the settings to be able to go through and look at and adjust however you want it, that is pretty nice. It also comes with, as far as package management comes, it comes with Nobara Package Manager. This will take a second to open because it will reload. This is using Yum, a Rail package management to install. And all you do is go through this list. You can actually just search the list. And if you want something in here, you just tick it. Or uninstall it by unticking it. Actually, I don't think it shows up once it's installed in here. So you do that, it shows you Flatpaks. You can see again, there's the Flatpaks I've installed by default, or I've installed. It says queued. I'm gonna cancel. I don't know where that came from. So I'm gonna close out of that. So that's a package manager, and that's pretty cool. And then they have their updater. So when you click on that, you'll be asked for a password, and then it'll run through your update. So you may not have to do much in a terminal, but a terminal will open. And for most users, they're going to say, whoa, that's awesome. I would think anyway. So while that's running, let's see. All right, so it detects that I have Flatpak installed. Would I like to update all Flatpaks on your system? Well, I'm going to say no. It says my system is up to date. Very nice. So I'll make sure those links get in the description here. Here's a description of Yum. Yum is a primary tool for getting, installing, deleting, querying, and managing Red Hat Enterprise Linux RPM software packages from the official Red Hat software repositories, as well as other third-party repositories. Yum is used in Red Hat RHEL versions 5 and later. That's what this package manager does right here. One more thing, you notice it's got GNOME settings and it's got GNOME tweaks. Both are installed by default. That's very nice. Nobara has a specific reason for existing. They want to make it easy for a person who likes Fedora or Red Hat Enterprise Linux or CentOS to feel very comfortable and to have all these things set up for, in my case, a content creator, have all of these, the codecs, streamers, transcoders, all these things installed with just a simple point and click. Now, you did see where it does open up a terminal, but it was, once I just point and clicked, it went from there. Now, I did have to enter a password. And so a Windows user, that's one thing that a password, even most Windows users are not going to be too familiar with. So I've got it set up in a VirtualBox. I installed VirtualBox, and it was fairly easy. All I did was point and click. And I got Nobara set up right here. I wanted to show this while that's booting up. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I wanted to show, by default, we're going to be running Wayland. Okay. That's simple screen recorder running. It has audio but no video. So when I installed a simple screen recorder, first time when I brought it up, it said I am using a non-X11 Windows system. For example, Wayland, which is currently not supported by simple screen recorder. Several features will most likely not work. It recorded audio, but it did not record video. So I brought up the virtual box here so I can show you. If you're not happy with Wayland, click on your name there, and down here on the bottom right, you'll see what looks like a gear cog. Click on that, and you can change it to the classic on Xorg or just straight on GNOME on Xorg. As you see right now, it's set to GNOME, and that's going to be Wayland. So that's how you would go ahead and change that out, and then you won't see that error again. However, some of the settings are going to have to be edited or configured to work with one or the other. Wayland is not where it should be at this point, I don't think. Power that off. Power off. Man, it took forever. Power off. GNOME. Sorry. So that's going to conclude this video and this journey. I appreciate you guys watching. Peace out. Be kind to each other. Be nice to yourself. Thanks. Bye.